All right, so over the last couple of years, I've talked about Coinex, and it's a platform that I've personally been using since 2023, back when I talked about it. And this platform is one of my favorite platforms for leverage trading, for trading meme coins, for copy trading. And recently, we've covered a lot of different features that I've used. I've talked about personally on the channel their financial features, staking, AMM, even briefly mentioned loans, even though I've personally never used that feature. And so I want to go over today something with Coinex that we haven't really done too deep into just yet. And so that's going to be with their futures, because Coinex is a professional trading product that's like designed for users looking to amplify returns. And Coinex futures is allowing users to use pretty significant leverage. If you go ahead and look, you can do significant leverage up to 100x, you could see, for Bitcoin. And that's something that really offers traders flexibility. So you can do it both linear, which is like USDT settled, as well as inverse, which is crypto settled. And they have over 220 pairs for leverage and like crypto future trading. You can see all of them right here. So one thing I want to talk about with this is that the way it actually works is that if you want to go about placing a trade using leverage on Coinex, it's extremely simple. All you need to do is go ahead and search whichever trading pair you want to use, whether that's BTC, XRP, whether you want to do a meme coin, anything you want, you search it. Okay, after that, then you need to simply go about selecting what you want for your leverage. Do you want it to be 1x, 2x, 10x, like all the way up to 100x? You also can specify if you want it to be cross or isolated. Under cross margin mode, all the balances available in this account will be used for like margin of the current position. So if you want to use isolated, it just basically means you're risking whatever you put in for that specific trade. So be careful which one you're selecting, isolated versus cross. After that, then all you have to do is select you want to do a limit, market, stop limit, or stop market order. It's pretty simple because personally, I usually use limit, but if you want, you could also do a market order. This is usually fine if you're doing a bigger like project like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, like all those that have multi-billion-dollar market caps. Market order usually works just fine unless you're looking for like a specific entry price. Then I go with limit. Again, there's also stop limit and stop market. So it's very simple and easy to go about actually using their futures platform. And that's something that is really, really cool. Like I mentioned earlier, they have this linear contract where everything's based in USDT. They also have this inverse contract as well, which is settled in crypto. So it's just, depends on which you're looking for. So again, very simple, very easy. If we're looking at some features of Coinex, you can see that with Coinex and Coinex futures, the few things that really stand out to me with Coinex futures are going to be that it's a seamless trading experience. It takes like no time to set up, and it's very simple and intuitive, like UI and UX design. It is very secure. There's never been any major hacks or issues with Coinex across like any of their products. They have a lot of different market coverage, like I said, over 220 pairs, and they have flexible contract options. Like I said, they have it where it can be settled in USDT or inverse, which is settled in crypto. So that's something that's really, really exciting in my opinion. Other thing I want to talk about with Coinex futures, if you go back here, you go to Coinex futures, you can see that not only do they have just simple futures trading, where you can select, any token you want, use any leverage you want. Like you can do all that right from here. But also if you go to futures on the top, you can see they have copy trading, demo trading, contract data, and market info. So this is something that is pretty cool because you can go ahead and click on copy trading, and you can see that that's under the futures tab. And then you could go ahead and like copy an individual trader, and you can put what type of margin mode you want for these as well. So whether you want to do like cross, isolated, or if you just want to copy whoever that trader is. So all of these different features are really interesting and exciting in my opinion, and that's why I've personally used Coinex since back in 2023 when I said it was the #1 exchange to buy meme coins. So if you're just looking at Coinex in its entirety, this is a platform that really offers everything. I like to use it for meme coins. I've been using it a lot more for futures trading recently, and I've taken advantage of a couple of their different products like staking and financial, which we've talked about in the past. So really, it's like a fully featured trading platform. And with futures, they support leverage trading through perpetual contracts. It gives users a bunch of different tools. You could do the linear, inverse. And so if you're looking to trade, take advantage, capitalize on this recent market volatility, I would definitely check out Coinex. It has one of the most secure and safest platforms out there. Also, they've never had any major outages. They've never had any major hacks. And so for that reason, I really, really like it. They also have currently a few bonuses if you are brand new, so make sure to check out my link in the description. You get a few bonuses if you sign up using my link in the description. Also, they have just some regular deposit bonuses, which you can see they have under Coinex deposit bonus, where you can get pretty significant rewards as well.